Well, on the other side of the fence, with livestock prices so high, livestock auctions these days involve a lot of money changing hands. It takes an expert to make sense of it, and one cattleman got some experience in it from his unusual background. This week, Twilight's Neil Melancon tells us the story about one man's journey from jeweler to a farmer.
Main Street in Gramercy might seem like an odd place to start a farm, but here at Roussel's, the roots run deep. Chris Roussel began a career in diamonds, training under the famous Harry Winston. He took over the business from his dad, himself a famous high school football coach in this area, and opened Roussel's in 1977. Chris took over the business, and then about 2 decades ago also decided to pursue his love of the outdoors in the cattle business.
12 Star consists of 235 acres right here, and then 30 acres across the street, and then we leased out about another 100 acres. And when we got started, we had cows in St. James Parish, and we wanted a big operation. That's when we came to Kentwood about 24 years ago. And this year is going to, for our bow sale in October, this is going to make our 20th anniversary of having a bow sale of our own.
It might seem like an unusual jump from jewelry to cattle at his place in Tangipahoa Parish, but farming's in his blood. In fact, his ancestor made St. James Parish famous. One
of my uncles, he was the one who made Perique tobacco famous. He went all the way to Paris in the mid-1800s with Perique. He won the World's Fair in tobacco, and so I guess farming was in the blood. But I wanted cows. I enjoyed the cows.
Roussel has leveraged his time in retail to open a custom beef operation, including his own private label. He says although it's small right now, it's a growing part of the business.
The demand's been really good. We just killed 8 steers and they were all sold before we went to the processing, we're only killing 10 maybe for the whole year, so but we have a customer base for that.
One of the modern advances here at 12 Star is the use of genetics. Roussel says you can see the quality of advances in the herd, and that's made him loyal to one breed in particular.
I think with the Angus business, there's different ways to search for your Angus genetics. You could go after marbling, or you could go after show animals, and they all have a place in the Angus breed. We're mostly maternal and performance. That's what we've been breeding. We breed a lot of Ellison bows and Schaff bows.
Being outdoors and working with customers are a big reason why Roussel is in the cattle ranching business. He says, in fact, growing in retail or cattle are a lot alike.
I got some guys that have been buying bows before I even had a bow sale, when they used to come buy bows from me in my barn when I only had 10 cows. So the customer base and the new customers you meet and helping people, I think that's part of our blood. We love helping people. Between services, everything, and meeting the people.
In addition to cattle and retail, Chris is a musician at heart. Here at his home, he's got a collection of classic guitars, some of which date back to the early 1800s. In fact, that's been him playing the entire time. So whether it's Angus bulls, diamonds, or music, Chris Roussel says he'll never really retire, keeping him just strumming along. For Twyla, I'm Neil Melancon.
Chris Roussel is planning to sell some of those beautiful Angus cattle you saw at the end of October. We'll have more information on that on our website at twilatv.org.